Hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Layla. In today's video, I'm going to be going over my budget for April 2024. We're going into quarter two of the year, which is just insane. It's been incredibly fast, per usual. Now, y'all know that for my budget videos, I also always set a goal for the month or goals for the month. Lately, my goals have been just kind of like focused on savings because that is what I'm focused on right now. So that's going to be the same for April. I will put a number on it though. So for April, my goal is to focus on my emergency fund or general savings. And I think I'm going to aim for at least $2,500 to my emergency fund. I'm very grateful to say that I finished my travel sinking fund in March, so now I can move on to the next one, and that will be my emergency fund. As of right now, I have a little bit over $12,000 in my emergency fund. For the year, I would like to hit 18,000, so like 5,000 something left to go there, and hopefully I can knock out about half of that remaining amount in April. A big question with emergency funds is how much should I have, And for me personally, there is a point in my life where I would like to have altogether, like all my cash, I want like $100,000. Why is that? I don't really know. I think it's just a number I have in mind. I feel like that would just be something that's nice to have, So that's something I'm going to work toward over the next decade. I do think $18,000 is quite a bit of money for an emergency fund. Like it might be a bit excessive. But keep in mind that I am preparing for a sabbatical. I am preparing to take my business full time. So this is going to just help with peace of mind in regards to that. When I do take my business full time, I don't plan on touching my emergency fund unless it's an actual emergency. The plan is to be earning enough income from my business, all the things that I do online, to pay for everything that I need to. And that emergency fund is just so that I feel more comfortable with actually taking my business full time so I can sleep better at night and just in case something comes up. Obviously, that's not the point of this video, but just wanted to explain that. The goal for April is $2,500 or more to my emergency fund. Before we get to my budget, I want to give a big thank you to Mint Mobile for partnering with me on this video. And if you haven't made the switch over to Mint Mobile yet, and you've been thinking about it, now is a good time because they have another special. If you are looking for a phone plan with unlimited talk and text, access to 5G, as well as high quality speed, data, and coverage, then look no further than Mint Mobile because you can not only get all of that, but pay as little as $15 per month. Mint Mobile is built on the nation's largest 5G network, and they're able to keep costs low because they sell direct to you online, meaning they cut out the stores and the salespeople. Switching to Mint Mobile is also super easy. Go ahead and visit mintmobile.com/debtoverit, or you can go to the link in my description box. From there, you'll enter in a little bit of information. You'll also be able to determine if your phone is eSIM compatible, and if it is, you can literally set things up with Mint Mobile in as little as 15 minutes right from the comfort of your home. And if your phone is not eSIM compatible, don't worry because they will ship you a SIM card. You'll get that in a couple of days. It's no extra cost to you for the shipping. And then you can also set everything up from the comfort of your home in just a few minutes. I switched to Mint Mobile a couple of years ago. I still use Mint Mobile and I am so glad to be saving on my phone plan. It offers me everything that I need from a phone service and I haven't had any issues with coverage. And right now, new customers can get any plan for just $15 per month when you purchase 3 months or more. And this includes the unlimited plan, which is typically $30 per month. So if you're interested or you want to stop paying more for your phone plan than you need to, then visit mintmobile.com/debtoverit or visit the link in my description box. Thank you again to Mint Mobile for partnering with me for this video, and now we can hop to my budget. We are looking at my budget spreadsheet for April, of course, and if you are new here, and I'm sorry if you're not new here and you've heard this a million times, so I do have a full-time job. I'm a Salesforce consultant. And at this point, I use all of that money to put towards saving and investing. Obviously, I have an online business. I have this YouTube channel. I have another YouTube channel. I have a couple of blogs. I offer financial coaching. And then from all of this, I also get other income. So this would be like affiliate sales or sponsorships. I also now file as an S Corp, meaning that I am on payroll from my business. So I am the employer, but also the employee. And so with that, I am trying to, any of my general expenses in my day-to-day life, I am trying to use just my business income for that. So that's how I have things split up. I'll explain it as I go if that doesn't make sense. So let's just hop to it. So this top left-hand corner is focus on the business side of things. So you'll see gross business revenue. For April, I put $3,000. Whenever we're going into a new month, I don't know exactly what to expect as far as income goes. I know at a minimum, it should be about $3,000. I've been making over $3,000 every month for months now, so I'm confident in $3,000. I like to be a little bit more generous with my number, more conservative with my numbers, I should say, so that, you know, if I do make more from my business, then I'll have more money to work with, but I'd rather be on the low end just in case. Now, I also have rollover business revenue, and this is just money that is chilling in my business checking account from the previous month. For April, this should be about $1,700. All right, now for the business side of things, as far as expenses go, first up would be payroll. So that's what I pay myself, but that is $2,000. I also take a distribution that also comes to me, but it's not part of payroll. I do that for tax purposes. So distribution, I'm expecting $2,000 for April. And then business, these are all business expenses, but these are like actual business expenses, you know, like if I have to pay for hosting for my website, or if I were to buy a new camera or something, that is counted as business. So anything that I could write off on my taxes goes here. So that would be, I'm budgeting $100 this month. I don't think I'll even hit that, but we'll see. And then taxes should be about $219 just from payroll. I really should call this payroll taxes. So it's just going to be $219 there, and then I will show y'all there's going to be more taxes from my actual income down at the bottom. Because I have to put more aside because of that distribution. So let's go down to this section. So this is where this is me as the employee of my business. I get my business payroll of $2,000, my distribution of $2,000. I will make extra income. I may pull from my sinking funds, but right now I left those blank. So what I'm actually budgeting is about $4,000 worth. And everything included here is like my day-to-day living expenses. Okay, first up would be the taxes I was talking about. So this is payroll taxes that are automatically taken out of my paychecks, and then an extra 20% that I set aside so that I can pay my quarterly taxes because of that distribution. So that's about $780. Donate, I'm planning $100. I did add a new thing here. So I put a sinking fund on this side, which I usually put under my full-time job side, but we'll get to that in a moment. So business sinking fund, I have this set to $500. And the reason for this is because I have my giveaway coming up in May. I do a $1,000 giveaway 2 times per year. I started this just in November 2023. So this will be the second time I'm doing this, but wanted to start saving for that. So April and May, I'll start saving. And I feel like it fit better under this category since it's, you know, counting this is like from my business, you know? So it's just going to go to savings though for now. Purple section is for housing. So first would be just the house and utilities, which did go down, thankfully, $1,140. Last month it was much higher because our electricity bill was over $300, which is absurd. We came to the conclusion that it was our little space heaters that we were using. We stopped using those completely in March, and then we also shut off the heat for like the bulk of the month. And also it wasn't even kicking on for the most part because it was warmer. So a big savings there, which I'm glad to see. And yeah, a little bit lower on that side. Household, I'm budgeting $200 and wanted this a little bit higher because I'll probably be buying stuff for the garden. I think I'm done buying soil. I've bought so much soil over the last couple of months. But I will be going to like a garden outlet and purchasing actual plants to plant. This is going to be some vegetables and then a lot of flowers. Plus I want to put some stuff around the house, which is going to be like roses and I don't know, I still haven't actually figured out everything that I want, but we just have an area along the side of the house that I want to put some stuff. Orange section is for food. First up there would be groceries, budgeting my usual $400. Food out, budgeting my usual $75. After that is gas for my car. I'm putting $90 for the month because I will be driving a lot more in April. My sister and I are taking a road trip to see our favorite artist in concert. He's not coming to Atlanta, but he's going to North Carolina. So we're going to go up there. I'm pretty positive I will be driving for that. So yeah, we'll probably have to pay more for gas. And then my mom is going out of town, so I will be watching her cats a few times in the week. Not watching them, but just like going there to feed them and change the litter box. So she lives kind of far. Well, I live kind of far from her now. So making that drive will obviously cost more in gas. Plus I have an appointment in a different city, so that's more driving. Yeah, just more driving in April, so I bumped that up. Health and beauty, I'm budgeting $300. I am getting a massage in April, at least I think so. I might reschedule it to May, but I'm not too sure yet. So if I reschedule it, this will probably be lower. I do need to buy, I'll probably need to buy like lotion in April, and just like general vitamins and supplements if those come up. Next, dogs. This money goes to my sister for our 2 dogs, $180 there. Netflix, $23.48. Gym is $39.99. Personal, I'm budgeting $100. And then the final thing here would be gifts. My dad's birthday is in April, so I'm just going to budget $100. Now you'll see at the bottom, because I'm sure somebody will notice it, income minus expenses. This is literally $4,000 minus this $4,028. Obviously it's a little bit negative, but that's because I'm pretty confident that I will have this $4,000 to work with, but then I will definitely have extra income as well. And extra income is usually from like credit card cash back, or if I get random cash outs from apps that I use like Ibotta or Upside or Fetch, things like that. So I am confident that this will not be a negative. It will be a positive. All right, so now this top right hand corner, this is what I'm working with for my full-time job. So $5,880 gross. I don't expect that to go up in April. Like I said earlier, from my full-time job, I really am just investing and saving this money, which is absolutely incredible to be able to do. And this is so that I can just keep saving and investing while I have a full-time job. And then when I take my business full-time, I am set up for success. All right, first thing here is my 401k. I did 30% of my gross income because so far for all of 2024, I have been doing 32% of my salary to my 401k, but I got my bonus in March. And because of that, I also put like a whole extra amount to my 401k, so I know that I'll be able to decrease it. I don't know if it's actually going to be 30% or maybe even less than that, but for now I just put it at the 30. So that is $1,764. Now because of that, since I'm putting less to my 401k, my taxes will go up, and I don't know what that will look like, so I just put this at $1,000. So I'll just update that as I get paid. After that would be my insurance. So this is medical, dental, and vision. My portion of that is $117.22. All the blue cells are for my various sinking funds. First up, gift sinking fund, that gets $75 a month. Car/car maintenance, $350. Car insurance, $115. Beauty sinking fund is $0 for April. Travel sinking fund is also $0 because I finished that in March. And then the only one I'm focusing on is my emergency fund, which goes back to the goal that I set earlier in this video, $2,500. Again, this is one where it's going negative, but there's often a lot of overlap between my full-time job income and then the money that I get from my business. Like, it doesn't mean I can't use any of my business income to put towards savings. There's gonna be overlap just because I'm getting paid from multiple sources. Same with like the extra income. If I get an extra, $50 from credit card cash back, I'm probably gonna just put that to savings. So that's not accounted for over on this right-hand side, but it's accounted for elsewhere. April is looking really good though, and like I was saying, these numbers are definitely on the more conservative side, so I'm hopeful that my business revenue will be higher for April. If not, that's okay, but just looking at the past few months, it has been more than 3,000. And if it does end up being more than 3,000, I would probably put more to savings, or I would just have more to roll over into May. Also, April is Financial Literacy Month. So that's exciting. I feel like I'll be pumping out a little bit more content, especially for YouTube Shorts. I do have some things in mind and I'm excited about it. I also plan on returning to my newsletter. So I think for now, I'm going to send out a newsletter on a monthly basis, and this is going to be the first Friday of the month. So if you are interested in a newsletter that is focused on personal finance, then definitely get on my email list. That is down in the description box. I've been wanting to come back to my newsletters for so long, but for a long time I was like, oh no, it needs to be on a weekly basis, but that was just too much for me to keep up with. But at this point, I'm like, okay, let's do what I can, and I can do once a month. So it's gonna be like First Friday Finance, something like that. So stay tuned for that. Get on my email list. Please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. It really supports my channel. Let me know if y'all have any questions, but otherwise, I hope y'all had an amazing March and have an amazing April. Don't forget to make your budget. Thank you again, and I'll see you in my next video.